Hey everybody, I'm here at Mobile World Congress Day 1 with Broadcom. Gianluca, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Well,
Nice to see you guys.
great to see you. Of course, everyone knows Broadcom. Give us a little bit of an overview of your business, your mission within the team, and
Yes.
your impressions of Day 1.
Yeah, no, I look after inside Broadcom the telco market. We are organized in a vertical organization, and we look after the top brands in EMEA from a telco perspective. Exciting days, very intense day one, as usual it is at Mobile World Congress here in Barcelona, indeed.
So let's talk a little bit about roadmap. You have VMware Telco Cloud Platform 9. That's a mouthful, but talk about the innovation that's coming from Broadcom these days. You've really tripled down on R&D, have lots going on. Give us a snapshot.
Indeed. No, the Telco Cloud Platform 9 is indeed the very first version that we are releasing as after the acquisition. Is the results of the last couple of years of our engineering development, and it's bringing together basically the all different modules that so far we have marketing in different forms into one single stack with a couple of key elements from an innovation point of view. The single automation engine that is capable to orchestrate and automate both virtual machines and containerized functions, so to create additional efficiency and shorter time to market for the adoption of these functionalities. And the other key element is the Kubernetes runtime capabilities embedded into the stack, again meant to accelerate the adoption of the containerized functions into the virtual private networks.
Yeah, it's a fantastic platform. It's gaining so much traction for a variety of reasons, not the least of which being private AI in general. Talk about the demand for AI services. And you have quite a unique strategy that's pretty differentiated in the market. Maybe talk about the strategy and the go-to-market for AI.
Yeah, no, indeed, at Broadcom, as everybody knows, right, we are super active when it is about the journey to the AI technology adoption from multiple aspects. Much known when it is about the semiconductor business, but indeed we are now actively developing our strategy in the software domain as well. And indeed, the version 9 of our softwares that we have just announced are coming out with the very first integration of the management software layer for the NVIDIA GPUs. So we are capable inside the stack to manage the GPUs from NVIDIA, to then provide the first proposition to the market from the ability to even market as a service GPU management. And it is a very first, of course, step to what is going to be the next evolution when talking about particularly the virtualization of GPUs. Virtualization is the core of our business, so we are looking at that as the next frontier, the next step for the GPUs as well.
Yeah, VMware traditionally has had a pretty incredible strategy about avoiding lock-in and interoperability, and that's very much at the core of what you're doing with CSPs. How do you help CSPs avoid lock-in and into proprietary kind of solutions?
Indeed. Our view when the Telco Cloud Platform in particular is the implementation of an horizontal platform from a cloud infrastructure point of view, which is the vision through which you can, and any customer can, implement on the same platform whichever function they want to implement. Could it be virtual? Could it be in containerized mode, coming from whichever supplier network function providers they can be of their choice? The ability to have multiple different vendors on the same platform, the ability to change vendors time by time when and where this is eventually needed, is the vision behind the horizontal capability. Of course, this requires a very well developed ecosystem of partnership, with all of the network equipment providers, which is what we are quite well in a structured form addressing inside our organization. We are collaborating with the top vendors in this domain, and there is a very firm, strict program through which we do run a pre-qualification of the functions anytime they need to come implemented in the platform. Any customer can receive a package where the functions that they have chosen are pre-qualified in our lab. So 80% of the job, if you like, is validated. And then, of course, there is the customization element. My customer might require that is done on the lab together with the customers. And then the certification program, right? So we have a very well defined program for which any kind of the network providers equipment that requires to certify their loads over our platform need to apply to a certification program, comply with a certain number of standards that again can facilitate then the implementation of the functions in over the platform or in any active projects with our customers.
Fantastic. I mean, a lot of that is reducing time to market and a lot of trial and error, I guess, in integration, but also getting new services to market quickly. That seems to be a theme I'm hearing from Broadcom.
Correct. And of course, when private cloud is about developed in this form in a complete stack, the ability to complement functionalities that might help, especially from a sovereignty capabilities point of view, the possibility to promote it as a service. So private cloud functionalities that in particular in the telecom sector we see all of our customers are promoting as a service to any kind of vertical, could it be automotive, healthcare, public sector in the market, is a revenue generation element. When is it coming and when will it come with the AI embedded into it? Again, with the version 9 of our stack, it's a possibility to again add additional capabilities, even from an AI as a service point of view. Could it be GPU as a service, or could it be any other use case that is coming through and that actually many of the people are experimenting these days in a starting mode?
Yeah, it's a great time to be in the industry, a great time to be an operator and create new services. And also sovereign cloud, it used to be a nice idea, maybe it was a compliance thing, but it's really caught on, right? Every country seems to really demand it now. Give us a snapshot of Europe in particular and what the sovereign cloud requirements are.
It is for different reasons, good or less good. I would say not good. It's a very felt, priority inside the market these days. Is also a set of requirements that, of course, are defined at the European level. That from a security, data management, and data privacy, if you like, handling point of view, are generally defined. Then each and every country has their own specific, customized, if you like, requirements that through our platform we are going to implement. And very recently in France, actually, we had one case with one of our customers that has been achieving the national sovereignty certification using our technology, which is always a very, very good point for us. We are very proud of it. This is basically happening in every single country. We are very active primarily with the telco incumbent players, which are, of course, on the front line for promoting sovereignty capabilities in each of their own countries.
And you continue to really invest in the platform. R&D is a big part of what Broadcom does. Talk us about what customers are looking for maybe in the future. I think you work very closely to integrate their requirements and deliver them.
Yes, of course, then it pretty much goes into the direction we were just discussing, right? So then the ability to, on one end, create efficiency, reduce costs, making sure that from a cloud, private cloud standpoint, the same capabilities that sometimes are offered to the development, let's say, community in a public form are coming available on the private. So the same, if you like, flexibilities for the developer community, we offer it pretty much in private, not just on the IT IT kind of applications point of view, but also again on the networking point of view, where on top of the flexibility and efficiencies, there are requirements in terms of, of course, reliability, mission critical kind of functions that those networks needs to handle, and more AI enabled capabilities. The AI again is going to be the next frontier of the innovation, both from a form through which they can contain cost while operating the networks, and also in the possibility to generate new revenue streams in different forms when this is coming. I mentioned to you GPU as a service is one case where telco can generate new revenues. This is the direction that basically that this market is taking these days.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on the continued success. Onwards and upwards.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for listening and watching.